relax. Everybody relax. I can already see the comments right now. Why are we talking about trading for JJ McCarthy? We're doing this, or we're having this 12-2 special season. I can already see you guys just freaking out down below in the comment section. Coming up on today's show, we are just going to discuss the idea coming from a potential situation the Vikings could be in where maybe it would make sense to trade JJ McCarthy for Travis Hunter. Please, before you kill me in the comment section, let me explain my thoughts. But also coming up later on today's show, we do have a mailbag where we'll answer all of your guys' questions down below. But even before we dive into that, I just want to ask you a question. That's all I'm going to do is, would you ever trade JJ McCarthy? Give me a T for trade. Give me a P for pass. I'm just going to ask the question. Just going to ask it. Throw it out there. But let's dive into my thoughts here. So, first and foremost, the only person that I am consulting for an opinion on the quarterback position, and the only opinion I care about, is Kevin O'Connell. So even if the Vikings go and win the Super Bowl, and people will probably be saying, oh, we need to bring back Darnold, let's just say the Vikings don't, and it turns out it's Kevin O'Connell's decision. I'm going to trust it. I'm going to trust anything this front office does. I think they had a great offseason, so I'll trust whatever they have to do. But I'm just going to set up a situation here, and it's got 4 things. So let's just play this game. So set it up. The Vikings make the Super Bowl. And for this hypothetical, I'm just going to go, say they win the Super Bowl as well. So the Vikings win the Super Bowl. We're celebrating. We're popping bottles. We're saying Sam Darnold's the guy. And also it's clear that Sam Darnold is legit. Like, he had a big-time game. He went for 303 in the Super Bowl NFC Championship, where, like, every single fan, even, like, the skeptics of Darnold, they are all bought in. And then number 2 is literally the Giants land the number 2 pick or even the first pick in the draft. And let's just say, hypothetically, a team in the New York Giants who are let's just say they are very, very high on JJ McCarthy, and they view JJ as a better prospect than Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders. What could the Giants do? They could offer you that second or first pick, and maybe the Vikings would have to attach some draft capital. And let's just say the Vikings, they win the Super Bowl and they could possibly get the second overall pick. And what if they could draft Travis Hunter? Now, I think the Vikings would be a perfect fit for Travis Hunter. Again, this all plays out. Darnold wins the Super Bowl. We extend him. He's clearly our guy, and we really just don't have a need for JJ. What if you go and select Travis Hunter? And I think the Vikings would be a perfect spot for Hunter for 2 reasons. Travis Hunter could just be a full-time cornerback. The Vikings don't have any corners on their roster heading in the next season, with Byron Murphy, Shaq Griffin, Stephon Gilmore all being free agents. But then also a guy who has came out and said he can play both ways, or he wants to play both ways. What a perfect spot for him to come in and be our wide receiver 3. So I want everybody to imagine this. We draft Travis Hunter. We get our top cornerback, our lockdown corner that we have been desperately waiting for here in Minnesota. And then also, the fact that this man would be your wide receiver 3 would be incredible. And if you roll out Hawk, Hunter, Jefferson, Addison, those are your weapons? Come on now. And this guy, listen, he's a special talent. Like, I'm a big believer in Travis Hunter, is that, he is going to be a great player in the NFL, whether that's corner or wide receiver. I think there are just some guys that, listen, he was the number 1 recruit in high school. Went to Jackson State, was great there. Went to Colorado, won the Heisman. Like, I think he will translate to any level of football that is out there, and I think he'll be a stud in the National Football League. But, kind of to wrap my thoughts on this, this is never going to happen. Ever going to happen. But I did just want to talk about it. Listen, I make a lot of videos here sometimes. I just have to, just get creative with a couple of videos. So hopefully I didn't offend any of you YouTube commenters on this one, but I just wanted to talk about it. It's an interesting conversation, so hopefully you guys don't kill me. But I do want to get to this very fast. Let's show JJ McCarthy some love. Again, reckless speculation. I'm just kind of, talking the talk right now, but I thought it'd be fun to talk about. So please, please, please show JJ McCarthy some love down below in the comments section. Type those 9s and show our potential second-year QB some love down below. Now we'll dive into the mailbag here in a second, but first, I do want to tell you guys about today's sponsor, and that is Game Time. Now, if you guys download the Game Time app today and create an account, you can use code CHATSPORTS. You guys will get $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHAT. SPORTS, for $20 off. Now, Game Time is focused on togetherness this holiday season. That means when you bring people together at live events, the experience is that much better. Game Time also has a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite live events even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. And if you guys got a loved one in your life who may be trying to go to the Vikings-Packers game, Week 17 in the bank, tickets, super expensive. But if you guys want $20 off, here's your chance to do so. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? It's game time. Oh, I can't wait to see the comment section on this video. That's all I'll say on that. But Eric, what's going on, man? Saying, if we make a deep run in the playoffs, would you sign Sam Darnold and package JJ for picks? Pretty much what I was just talking about. Yeah, it would have to take a Super Bowl, right, guys? Like, it would have to. It would have to. It would have to. It's already got Too Evil to Hope in the live chat giving me a hard time. I just want to talk about it, everybody. Again, this whole conversation, I think it's going to have to be about what Kevin O'Connell thinks. Whatever KOC and Kwesi decide, I'm going to trust in them. I think they're one of the best, GM head coach duos in the National Football League. So, Eric, I think I'm going to have to wait and see to give you a true, definite answer on that. SKOL Boy GB, what's going on, man? Hashtag Vikings. Do you think they are Super Bowl contenders? 110%. I have came out and said I think the Vikings are going to be in the Super Bowl this year. I think it's probably going to be against the Buffalo Bills down there in New Orleans. I think if they really get home field. Now, again, this would change if they are the wild card team. Actually, no, it won't change. I mean, the Vikings are still a wild card team. I still think they're going to go. But I really do believe it. They are, and hopefully all of you guys treat them like the Super Bowl contenders they are, because they've earned that trust. Kevin O'Connell, Kwesi, Jefferson, Darnold, they deserve that from the fan base. So treat them like a Super Bowl contender. Treat them how Eagles fans treat their team. Treat this team how Bills fans treat theirs, how Chiefs fans treat theirs, because this is a Super Bowl team here, and I don't want you guys to take it for granted. But, bro, coming in. What up, man? Hashtag Vikings. How do you feel about Ashton Jeanty on Vikings? So, bro, funny enough, this was like my dream draft target for the Vikes about a couple months ago. But with Jeanty having an unbelievable season, he's probably going to go in the top 10. And with the Vikings having the season they are, they're probably going to be picking outside the top 10. But I will say, like, let's just say the Vikings had the season that all these media morons thought they were going to have, and they maybe won 4 games, and they had top 8 pick in the draft. I would be very curious to see if the Vikings would actually target a running back. I'm not sure if they would, but, hey, let me ask you guys this. Since we were just talking about Travis Hunter, what if the Vikings do win the Super Bowl and they trade JJ McCarthy for a top 10 pick? Would you rather take Travis Hunter or Ashton Jeanty? Let me know your thoughts down below. Caleb Hammer, what's going on? Do you think the Vikings could stop the Eagles' run game in Saquon? 100%. I really do. I think it all comes down to Ivan Pace's hamstring, honestly. But with Jalen Redmond taking that step, I think you got some defensive tackles I love. Jonathan Grenard is fantastic against the run so far this season. So, and you also got some corners and some safeties that love to come down and hit. I mean, Josh Metellus this past weekend versus the Bears, he looked like a damn defensive lineman out there flying down from free safety. So I think it's going to come down to Ivan Pace being healthy, but we will get a good test against the Packers and the Lions. Hopefully Pace is off IR by then, and he should be. But if they can slow down the Packers and the Lions, again, let's just say hypothetically against the Packers and Lions, the Vikes just get killed in the run game. Obviously, I wouldn't feel too great about it, but yeah, I think there's a chance. And it's a great offensive line there in Philly. Saquon's a great running back, but I think Brian Flores would have had something cooked up, no doubt about it. Eric, what's going on, man? Mike Florio. Can't wait to see where this goes. Said on Chicago radio today, the Vikings are a fluke. Your thoughts? Typical Florio pandering to the audience right there. I'll say that. Listen, Florio's like a lot of you guys. I don't mean to call you guys out, but these older Vikings fans, man, and maybe I'm just a naive 25-year-old. If you guys want to call me a naive 25-year-old, that's okay with me. But I just think it's the PTSD of being a Vikings fan for the past, 50-something years where you've had heartbreak. you've had just crushing defeats in the playoffs, specifically 98. That was the year before I was born, so I didn't really, fully understand that season. But I think it's a ludicrous take to call them a fluke. They've beaten good teams, and it was so funny. The new thing going around is the Vikings haven't played anybody. But before the year, everybody was saying the Vikings have one of the toughest schedules in the league. Some people, like even Bill Simmons, was going out there and saying he thinks the Vikings have and not just Bill Simmons, legit fans. There was a poll on Twitter that do the Vikings have a better chance of making the playoffs or getting the number 1 pick? That was a real conversation from Vikings fans right before the year. And it was ludicrous. I hated it because you are pretty much just discrediting what you thought of this head coach, of what you thought of the other players on this roster. I think they're no doubt a Super Bowl contender. But Finn, coming in, what do you think about Dallas Turner's season so far? Great question, Finn. Appreciate you. Definitely up and down. He started off the year, wasn't getting a lot of reps with the Vikes, but hey, man, that move he put on Darnell Wright last week, that little dip move he had where his knee touched the ground, it was nasty. Like, that really speaks to how athletic he is. I think he's going to really come on the scene hard. And, Patrick Jones being an unrestricted free agent this season or this offseason, he's probably going to gone. Dallas Turner will step up. Hopefully he gets more reps. But, man, that's also the thing with this Vikings team is we still have young players getting better every single week. Like, Dallas Turner really has been a non-factor. What if he ends up popping for this playoff run? What if even Jalen Redmond? What if he takes another step up? I also saw something. Jalen Redmond over the last 3 weeks, he's like the 4th highest graded defensive tackle, and he's got like the 3rd most amount of tackles for loss. Like, he has been on a tear. So young guys like that, Turner, Redmond, watch out for them during the tail half of the season. But Ojibwe, he sent in $100 super chat, man. Thank you so much again. Just saying, keep up the good work. Canadian Viking family here. We trust you as our source for Vikings news. Merry Christmas. I really do appreciate that. And, just everybody throughout the season who has been showing love on the channel, showing love to me personally. You guys have been awesome. You guys have made this season special for me. The channel has been growing like wildfire here. We picked up the most amount of subscribers out of any chat sports channel since the season started, and that's literally all you guys. Like, that's you guys making that effort and hitting that sub button, because I understand. We ask you, here, hit that thumbs up button, comment below, subscribe to the channel a whole lot. And I understand it can get annoying, it can get repetitive. But you guys just making that effort for me, it keeps me motivated. It helps us get these videos out to more and more Vikings fans, and it just helps us grow not only my channel here at Chat Sports, but it just helps us grow as a company. So seriously, really, really thank you guys so much. You guys have been just awesome, and this season has been special, not just because of the team, but because of you guys holding it down for me. And I love chopping it up with you guys in the comment section, even though I know I'm going to get some comments on this video saying, Pat, you're crazy and all that. But again, I can't wait to get back down there and chop it up later tonight. But hey, if you guys made it to the end of today's show, give me a SKOL down below in the comments section. Make it look like US Bank Stadium on game day. And as always, I am on Twitter or X at Pat Sieps is the handle. Give me a follow over there, and we'll see you guys next time. As always, SKOL Vikes, baby.